Is it?
That is a fact. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I agree.
Can we talk about how the alpha beta conversation is extremely toxic?
It is very
Listen, can we talk about that?
It comes across very
Here's the
negative.
thing. This is the reason why this is the reason why Wilson is considered to be a beta, right? Let's keep it a buck. Beta means da-da-da. That's how you feel.
Okay.
At the end of the day, you're sitting up here and you're like, you'll have a baby with an alpha man,
A piece of
and then you knew that was a bad decision,
I
so
said
you
loser.
decided to have a baby with a better man. Yeah, so I'll take it then. If that's the case, if that's the definition, I'll take it.
Okay, first of all, they have a panel full of people who are all going to agree on the same shit. So I'm not exactly sure if this is supposed to be a debate or just a discussion panel, because this is the second time I've seen it. I don't know. Maybe I'll look it up and I guess it's the page again. Maybe I'll look it up and watch it. But as far as I see, it seems like an echo chamber. Now that particular woman who was talking, I never watch her content because that's what she does. Why are we going away from the topic entirely? Or maybe they came back after that clip. But anyway, let's address the points. First, she's saying toxic when she herself didn't even allow the dude to try to elaborate on anything. But here's what I will agree though. The alpha and beta, I won't say toxic, but it's too black and white, right? And to be fair, the reason that it is too black and white is because when you're having a conversation this grand, you can't really focus on all the nuances. You can't. So you have to just divide something. Right? But again, I do hate the way the language seems to work when we do this. We need to find a better way, but for right now, that's what we have. Now, when she talk about the labels, saying beta is bitch and then alpha is piece of shit, okay, fine. But in other contexts, alpha is in terms of the eyes of the woman, right? So let's ask this question. Before she gets pregnant, when she's childless, who does she see as the more desirable guy? Obviously the dude she gets pregnant by. So why are we deviating away from that? And the reason people say dudes like Russ and Will and all them are betas is because, for one, the shit that they put up with. Now, in this comment section, you see a lot of people, well, I think it's mainly women, who are responding and saying, no, you're wrong, because alphas would never let another man raise his kid. And see, now here, the context has shifted. Again, when men in their spaces use alpha and beta, they're talking about, in the eyes of the woman, who they desire more, who they're trying to give the free shit to, and who they're trying to give the responsibility to. That's the context. But in this context, the women have changed it to, no, the real is the real man. Like I think that's like the scapegoat for women. They just say the real man, but that's what they're using it here. A real man would never allow a man who's less than him raise his kid. Oh, Russell Wilson is the real man because he stepped up and then he's now there taking care of his own kids. That's not the context of what we're talking about. Before baby comes, see, and now listen, I know we pick on Ciara, but for this subject, she's going to be the face of the conversation. She's going to be there for the next 2 decades, all right? Who does she see as the more desirable guy before she's pregnant? 50, Future, is some other dude she dated in there. I don't remember her whole history, but like look at that type, that brand of guy, and that's typically common. It's not a Ciara thing; it's just common, and this is what people are talking about, or at least the men in the space. They're saying you see this guy as the more desirable guy, so therefore you put the effort into being with him, and or you will just remove all restrictions for this guy and just make the path to creating life with you super easy. And then how she laughed at the end, like, I'll take that deal, meaning get pregnant by that guy, then pass the buck to this guy. That doesn't disprove the point, smartass. And this, I hate this. I hate when people are trying to be a smartass as opposed to actually have the conversation. This always goes this way. You actually prove the point. You're saying, yes, I will go. And how many of those dudes are typically dudes who don't have to have any responsibility? Hell, they even have a running joke themselves saying broke dick is the best dick. You don't even have to have. Kendra G. How many times have she had a woman on her show? Oh, you gotta have it. You got 6 figures. You gotta like this. You gotta be that. Blah, blah, blah. All right, so the last dude you had sex with, he got that? Nope. That's what the term alpha fucks beta bucks comes from. The context of the alpha and beta in that situation, not good man or real man or not. That's not the context of the terms. I hate when y'all act stupid just to prove y'all point. But let's look at these comments. Oh God, I really just I've never watched her shit, but I really dislike her point of view because she always deliver it that way. I can be a snarky smart ass, completely just bomb this question, but hey, I said some smart shit and did crazy eyes, therefore I'm right. Damn. I'm not reading that long ass paragraph. I get what she's saying and agree. Man want to call Russ a beta simp and a bunch of other BS, but he's actually doing what he's supposed to do and is an alpha. Okay, then why do the majority guys in that situation tend to get the short end of the stick, and by the time the kids are raised good enough or close enough to being out of the house, it's all right, we can split? Why? A true alpha man is going to be in his child's life, best believe. Now, define in his child's life. Does that mean married to you, or that just mean around? Because y'all like to play with that terminology, and what y'all really just mean is he's just around. He won't go too far away. Never not actually set a structured environment that will be, have some obligation on your end. Nope, he's just around. Not true. An alpha man is a man who raises his own children. It would not allow another man to raise his children. Sounds like y'all have confused alpha with street dude, and it's not the same. Again, in the context you're speaking of, sure. Mommy-daughter time. So you have a daughter. Are you married? Are you with the guy? Because now you have to explain, if you're not with the guy, now you have to explain, okay, so you had a baby by a beta or a not real man, right? Because otherwise, either you're trapped with that guy, or you're going to be with that guy, or you're never going to move on. Because an alpha, I'll botch that explanation, but fuck it. But an alpha wouldn't let another man raise a kid, right? Right? Or are we going to we'll go with your context and say, oh, the guy who's going to come in and fix everything is the alpha. But was that same guy the alpha before you got fucking pregnant? That's the conversation. Most women will agree with this, but most will always take the beta guy when they're, number 1, older, 2, have a kid already, or 3, have been damaged by the so-called alphas. Dude, fucking emoji, dude. Damn. Then and only then do most of them want the beta man. Otherwise, their friends on the beta man. Let's see what they responded to. This guy said, but they ain't hearing you. Can you please post this those 10 more times? And most men will agree that when they want to fuck, they not going to go to the girl with the good head on her shoulders or manners. They're going to go find ones with slim waist, BBLs, etc. And won't choose a good girl until they older and ready to settle and done running them streets. To me, it sounds like a matter of maturity and experience. How are you going to know what you want, need in life? That's always changing. I think we need to stop fixating on the things we do wrong if all we're going to do is judge and not find ways to be better. Her getting herself a beta man seems to be better for her than the alpha cuz her needs change. You're proving the fucking point. You're proving the point. You didn't say shit that wasn't already said before. How many times are y'all going to make the same mistake generation after generation after generation after generation? How many times? And then it's an idea that, oh, we just want to fuck, we go to this girl, we don't go to the girl, blah, blah. Are you talking about men in general? Or are you literally talking about that concentrated 20 to 30% of men? Because that's also the fucking point. That is also the point. You think the dudes that we are saying are categorized pre-pregnancy as the beta males are the ones who are going around and doing all this shit with making kids and shit? Or do you really think that? Most dudes are not built for. I know we like to say that dudes are built for. Most dudes are not. Most dudes aren't. Most dudes are not trying to have the lifestyle that is required to have, and not even a bunch of wives. The conversation is just fucking a bunch of random chicks. Most dudes don't even have that skill, time, ability. Most dudes don't even have that. So why do we keep trying to pass that idea of, oh, well, men just, they just want to fuck, the girls to BBLs and blah, blah. Come on, yo. There's plenty of little skinny, flat booty girls married. There's plenty of women with big butts that ain't fake that's married. Come on, yo. Dude, come on. And why are you mentioning slim waist? Is the opposite just fat? Well, of course. And it's not maturity and experience. It's not. Because you are, it's not the maturity that's making you choose that other guy. It's just solely need. Solely need. It's not an understanding of life or nothing like that. No, it's not experience. It's solely based on need. That's it. What the fuck are you even talking about? We want an alpha man. Y'all just more beta than alpha. Y'all can't turn street ninjas into alphas because y'all want to. Y'all also can't say we all had babies by alpha men. Well, 100% no. Obviously not 100%. She also said exactly they leave out the facts and play victim every time. Who's playing victim? Alpha fucks beta buck's not a victim argument. That's not a victim conversation. What are y'all talking about? Here we go. Just to being an ass. Just being a smart ass. Haha, I called you a name. I won. Well, not a name, but you get my point. Victim. I guess that's a name call. An alpha wouldn't have a beta raising this child. Okay. I need to know people we're not going there. Everyone can become alpha, beta, omega. We're not doing that shit either. Alpha man would never come. God damn, dude. If anyone ever watched Tommy Sotomayor, and he pointed out how literally women who have never met all utter the exact same fucking thing. That shit is insane. If so, you mean to tell me, let's say half of you are having babies by beta men, right? Men you deem beta before the pregnancy or after? I really want that question asked. That's the question I want asked. Hell no. Future is not an alpha male. Russell Williams is an alpha male. True alphas are respectful, confident. And why is she so damn aggressive? She talks over everyone like child needs attention. Get some counseling. An alpha man wouldn't abandon their child. A should have played a more involved moderator on this one instead of answering the question and staying on topic. She completely deflected the question and went in another direction with it. She should be allowed to ask her question rightfully, but only after they've discussed the proposed question. Then she proceeds to cut the other dude off as he was speaking, and Ace just laughed. It was honestly rude. You can't allow just one to steer the conversation in any direction. breeds chaos, keep things on track. You know what? I think I'm gonna just start trying to join panels and just act just like that. Just come in being a smart ass, calling names, not really saying anything, just running off at the mouth, and just do you realize where that can go? No fucking where. Why you have this misconception that a beta male is weak or bitch, not capable of being a leader and alpha is beyond me. Such a narrow-minded, weak thing to believe. Listen, it's also a misconception to think that like the beta is like so far superior above. I mean, the alpha so far superior above the betas. But that's how y'all choose the partners. If y'all would look at the beta dudes who are here's how women see pre and post birth actually. Here's how they see alpha and betas. All right, so let's say a guy is in a room, he's a beta, and he's just like talking mad shit, super confident, whatever, and then some dude walks in who is alpha, then he just shuts the fuck up and curl up in a ball and just like cries. That's how they see alpha and beta. That's how they see it. When really, in reality, if you use the terms correctly, the alpha and beta basically is in that same scenario. A beta is in the room. He can even be women find him attractive or whatever. But like, let's just use the height because it has a number. Let's use height, right? No, he's 6 feet. Solid guy. Not fat, nothing like that. But then some 6'6" dude walks in, who's obviously built and blah 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 and all this shit. That beta guy will then know, okay, well that's the beta in the room now. That's how that really will work. But that's not how they see it. Right? They see it as the former that I've told you about. I'm going to read like 2 or 3 more of these. The woman in this post can spin this all they want. Most men do not want to raise another man's child. Hell, most women would prefer a man without children like Russell Wilson when he met Sierra. So please stop this bullshit. Alpha? Beta? Let's keep it a buck for real. Some women fall for a man and their bullshit. Wake up and find men that are on and about their shit, move on. End of story. Okay, but why is it always after? Okay, but why is it almost always after the kid? Her example is horrid because why does it have to be alpha or beta? I see a lot of, this is the last one. I see a lot of women have babies with lazy, good, no money having dudes. And they considered alphas compared to who handles their business. I do think a lot of women make poor decisions when choosing to have a baby with someone, but calling it alphas versus beta is stupid because true alphas, God damn it. God. You know what? Fine, fuck it. This is just stupid at this point. Because nobody's actually looking at what is wrong with people in concepts and context. Why do nobody ever understand that? Why does nobody understand that? Context, concept, very different. Very different. Why does nobody understand it? Nobody can ever focus on it the whole way through. Why? And nobody actually knows the difference of concept and context. Be right, not positive. I'm out.